Guys, welcome again to this channel. Now we back with some awesome content. So today we are coming at different angle. Like I promised you, we'll be looking at mathematical literacy. In the previous videos, we were looking at tariffs and we looked at water and sewage tariffs, right? So please go back to watch those videos if you still have a loophole there. Now we are looking and moving on to other types of tariffs because there are many we just have to cover as much as we can. Okay, now today we have an awesome content for you, which I have said is grade 10 to 12, because these topics, they are the same from grade 10 to 12. Whether you're a grade 10 learner, this is for you. Whether a grade 11 learner, this is for you. And as well, those matriculants there at home, that is also for you as well. Okay, now we look at cell phone tariffs, right? Like in the case of water tariffs, when you talk of a tariff, it's still the same. It's a schedule of a predetermined cost for services. Okay, so it's the same with your cell phone. Okay, when you call somebody, maybe you want to call an international call, right? They will have certain tariffs to say an international call you will pay 5 rand per second, right? Because 5 rand per minute. Okay, now, and when you call local, maybe you pay 1 rand per minute. So you see the variation or the differences in the at the tariffs is due to the distance. Okay, now a price or a cost of any cell phone cost is influenced by the distance. The person you're calling, if you're calling internationally, you'll have that unique pricing for international calls, and then if you're calling locally, you'll also have the local pricing for local calls. Okay, now as well, you will notice that some of us, you like to use cell phones, right? The cell phones, when you call someone during the day, you find out that, okay, your phone is charging too much, right? Because now the time of your call will be expensive during the day, other than when you call someone after 8 o'clock in the evening. You'll see there your costing, it will be very cheap, right? So now the phone call, it has factors that affects the pricing or the cost. Number one, it depends on the distance that you're calling someone. If you're calling someone that is local, the cost will be much cheaper to compare to calling your friend in Australia, calling your friend in the USA, right? It will be much expensive. So the distance, it affects or influences your cost. Okay, now as well, when you call during the day, it's expensive. Why is it expensive during the day? Because now you see the cell phone companies, they also target the big companies. You know, the companies are operational during the day, so they are looking to make more profit and maximize the profit, because during the day there are many activities that are taking place. So during the day, they want to make sure that they make much profit as they can, and right, compared at night. There are very few companies that are operating at night. Okay. Now we have this table that is here. Look at this table, analyze it properly, make sure you understand with your patient. You see how calm I am. Be calm like that when it comes to your exam, because you will see there's nothing around here except you analyzing the table there very correctly. This thing is very simple if you will have a simple open mind. Okay. Now in a telephone tariff, you will have the distance that are written here, right? So here in the distance, you also have local, right? Like I have mentioned to you, okay? The local in this case, they said any call between 0 to 50 kilometers, that is regarded as a local call, right? And as well, you have long distance call, that is any distance that is greater than 50 kilometers, according to this cell phone tariff table, okay? Now, it's not always the case to say, okay, now international calls, they are regarded as long distance calls, right? Because they are more than 50 kilometers, right? So this table from a cell phone provider, which is called Telkom, right? The statement is saying Telkom charges for normal, national, normal and national landline according to the following tariffs. So that is the table of tariff, right? Remember, a tariff is the schedule of predetermined cost for services. So this table is there, is predetermined. It does not depend on you, right? To say when you are calling now, we are charging you 3 rand per second for your call. It is there before you even touch your phone. And then when you touch your phone, you know that if I speak for more than 5 seconds, you will pay a certain amount, right? So in this case, that is the distance. And then you have here, what is written here is basic fee, basic fixed charge, regardless of the length of the call or the distance. So that means in every time you touch and make a call, that is a basic charge, all right? And it's also written here, the basic charge applies all the time, right? Whether you are calling a local person or a long distance person, okay? That basic fee will always be charged. And that basic fee is what? It's 0.57 rands, okay? Now they also mention that it is in rands. That is also important to mention, that it is in rands, okay? Now here you have rands per second, okay? So rands per second, now you see rands per second. Now you see, like I've explained to you, that you have different times, right? So in a telephone tariff, you have what you call standard time, which is from Monday to Friday, from 7 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock in the evening. That time where I said the costs are very expensive during the day, okay? So standard time is from 7 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock in the evening. That is all standard time. Then here, now you have call more time. Call more time is from Monday to Friday, from 7 o'clock in the evening to 7 o'clock in the morning, okay? That is call more time. And as well, they also said from Friday to Monday, okay, during those given times. That's right. Now, what is here you need to analyze? You don't have anything that is more except to analyze the table. And if they are saying your call is during a long distance call during call more time, so you go where the long distance call and the call more time they meet, and use that tariff to calculate your cost. Remember last time I told you how you calculate the cost. You will say used times the certain tariff, okay? Now let's look at these questions, okay? Let's look at these questions. Let's open some space, divide our page so that we'll be able to see. Now the first question here, you see, now I've finished teaching the whole topic. You will see. The first question they are asking, what 2 factors influence the cost of landline call based on the information above? All right. Now I just told you that what are the factors that are influencing a landline call. Number one, the size is too small there. So number one, I told you it is what? It is the distance. All right. Distance is the first factor that influences the cost of a landline call. Number 2, what else? Remember the time of the call. Time of the call. Okay, time of the call, whether you are using standard time or Coleman time. All right. So the distance and the time of the call, those are the 2 factors that are influencing the cost there, like I've explained to you. Now we go to the next question. The next question, number 2. Okay. The second question is saying, Davina calls a mother who lives 25 kilometers away. Please underline this important part. They are saying the mother of Davina there is living 25 kilometers away during standard time. All right. Now those are key points. Now the distance there and the time of the call, those are our key factors, okay? Now, that is a statement. Davina calls a mother who lives 25 kilometers away during standard time. Now, the first question, number A is saying, if she talks for 1,000 seconds, what will she pay in rands, okay? Now, also there is in rands, okay? So now, last time I told you how you calculate the cost. The cost, you say what? How you calculate the cost? What you have used times your tariff, right? So you say used times tariff. These are the terms that I like to use because they make our life easy. Okay, so what we have used them? The cost. The first thing before we go so far, now you are given this distance. In a telephone tariff, that distance, you're not going to use it in your calculation, but that distance is somehow telling you Now 25 kilometers away, go to your table. Anything between 0 to 50, that is regarded as a local call. They are indirectly telling you that this is a local call, right? So now you know that is a local call. And then what you have to use there is a tariff for a local call. So now what she spoke for how many minutes? She spoke for 10,000. Is it 10? She spoke for 1,000 seconds, okay? Second times. Now the tariffs, you see, you have these tariffs that are different. The other one is 0.007 rands and what. Okay. Now you go where there's local means the what? The standard time, right? Local and standard. The call is local and standard. You go. Now the standard time is there. There is the local where they mean, so we use that tariff. What is that tariff? Is what? 0.007 and the other zeros there. So they are not important for me to write because in those zeros they won't influence, they won't affect anything. Okay. So this is the 0.07 rands per second. Okay. Now underline here, you see that the tariff is in rands per second. That is important, right? Is per second. So if this is per second, right, and that time we were given in minutes, the first step before you calculate, you were supposed to say, you were supposed to say to convert this thing into seconds because our tariff is in rands per second. So if you are given a question and then they say that person speaks for 5 minutes, that means you have to convert the 5 minutes to seconds because our tariff is in seconds. Remember I told you it can be rands per minute. So if it was rands per minute, we were supposed to convert the 1,000 seconds into minutes. All right. Now we continue. That is the cost for the first one. Now, but you see now there is also a basic fee. The basic fee is charged. That means whatever you do, the moment you touch your phone, that fee is added to your cost. So that means you add plus what? Plus that basic fee, right? What is the basic fee for a local call? The basic fee is 0.570. Okay. Then what do you get? Let's see what we get. Now you have 1,000. Our calculator there. Please assist us. Now you have 1,000 times what? 0.07. Is it 0.07? Please make sure you confirm your calculation. 0.007. Okay, plus 0.570. So whether you add the other 0 there, it doesn't matter. It can be 0.57. Okay, you can plunge it like that, and what you get, the cost is 7 rand 57 cent. Okay, 7 rand 57 cent. That is the cost. Number B is saying for how many minutes did they talk. Now that means in this case they told us that they spoke for 1,000 seconds. Now they are asking you for how many minutes. What is it trailing you indirectly? That means we convert the seconds into minutes. Okay, now how do you convert seconds into minutes? Remember the conversion. The first video I did on mass literacy was conversion. So now you go back, look at that video. 1 minute is how many seconds? That is what you have to start. Okay, in 1 minute you have how many seconds? You have 60 seconds. Is that right? So now what we have there, remember you write what you have, right? 1,000 seconds times what you want to go to, right? This here on top are the units where you want to convert to. You want to convert to minutes. Okay, so you write minute over second. So this on top is where you want to go to. This on bottom is where you are from. So you want to go to minute, and what is the number that is before the minute? So you see we have 1 minute. Now before the second, what is the coefficient there? Is 60. Okay, so you use your calculator and see what we have there. Right, so now you use the calculator, you have 1,000 times 1 over 60. 1 over 60 is the same as dividing by 60, but let me do it like I have written it. Okay, so if you don't have this calculator, 1 over 60, sorry, now this is 1 over 60. All right, Now 1 over 60, so that means 16,6. All right, 16.6 what? The seconds, they have disappeared, so 6 minutes. Now they have said the question, round your answer down, round down to the nearest minute. So if we round down to the nearest minute, what is the nearest minute? The nearest minute, you take the whole number, you round down, you don't round off to the nearest minute. So the nearest minute will be 16 minutes, okay? So now if they said round off, it was going to be 17 minutes because this is going to influence there. All right, now that is 16 minutes because we are rounding down, we are not rounding to the nearest minute. All right, that is all for that. Okay, so number 3, let's look at number 3. Let's erase here. I hope you're still following. Where you do not follow, the comments are there for you to follow. Okay, up. All right, now they are saying Graham calls his aunt who lived, underline when they are talking about distance, underline because you need that information. Now the aunt is living 100 kilometers away, and they also told you the time of the call during call more time. Okay, so now you have 2 information already. Now you have the distance that is given there. You don't use your distance in the calculation, but they are telling you about whether it's a local or long distance call. Okay, so that distance is there for that. You're not gonna use the distance anywhere in your calculation, but it will guide you to take local or long distance call. All right, so now they are saying Graham calls his aunt who lives 1,000 kilometers away during call more time. They talk for 5 minutes. What will be the cost? Now you see we've underlined 5 minutes and everything else. Please do that when you come across your question paper. Don't rush, don't leave your question paper neat, because there are no marks for leaving your question paper neat. Okay, so you must use your pencil there because you may need the question paper to revise so you can erase. Okay, now they are saying calculate the cost. Remember the cost. The cost is still the same, whether it's electricity tariff or what. You say use times tariff. That is not a formal formula. Eh? I have just I'm just using it so that you don't get lost there. All right. Now, what she has used there is 5 minutes. Okay. Now our tariffs here, they are in per second, rands per second, right? And now before we go further, let's see what kind of a call here. Now they are saying it's 100 kilometers right away. So now what are they telling us? Now you see anything that is greater than 50 is regarded as a long distance call. So they are telling us that this call is a long distance call, and then you are given that time of the call. So now, like I've just explained, that every unit of the time used must be according to the units of your tariff. Okay, so in this case you have 5 minutes. So the first step, we need to convert that 5 minutes into seconds. Remember, 1 minute is equals to how many seconds? Equals to 60 seconds. You know this. Then now what do? We want to calculate, we want to convert what you have. You have 5 minutes. So if you have not watched the previous video on conversion, please go back. Okay, now what you want to go to, you want to go to seconds. Okay, so what you want to go to is always in your numerator. Where you are from minutes. So you want to convert minutes into seconds. That's right. So what is the coefficient according to the conversion factor that is before the second? You have a 60 that is before the second. What is before the minute according to the conversion factor? You have a 1. So that is the same as 5 times 60. Okay, then you use your calculator there. You say 5 times 60. What you have? Let's see what you have. You have 300. So that means you have 300 what? 300 seconds. Okay. Now because the minutes there and there will cancel, then you remain with 300 seconds. But you have not answered your question. You see, the questions they are building up. That's why I started with conversion going on, because they are needed there. Okay. So what will be the cost now? What is used? You have used 300 seconds. So you have used how many seconds? 300 seconds. Okay, times the tariff. What tariff will you use? Go back to your question. Now you have a long distance call and call more time. Go to your tariff table. Where is long distance call? Now these are long distance call, right? You go to call more time. So where those two meet, they meet here, long and call more time, the immediate. So you use that tariff. What is that tariff? It's what? It's 0.00475 rands per second. Okay. Now this is the cost. But you see now you have that basic fee as well. The basic fee applies the moment you touch your call. It doesn't matter whether you call local or you call what. So you have to add your basic fee there. What is the basic fee? 0.57 rands. Okay. You'll pardon me for that. Okay. Now you use your calculator to help you. You press 300. Please, the calculator there is very, very much important with mathematical literacy, because most of you, I know, you like to have excuses. Please, if you can have a smartphone, what makes you not have a calculator? Please use your priorities. If you can have a good calculator for now, it can make you have even a better phone in the nearest future, right? But if you choose to invest with your cell phone now, the cell phone can mess up your life in the next future. So please make sure you invest proper. You invest in a calculator now, it will pay more in the next future. Invest in your phone now, it will pay less in the nearest future. All right. So if you have a smartphone without a calculator, please make sure you get a calculator as well, because those two, they go together, right? Now you use the smartphone to watch your teacher there on Facebook, okay, and YouTube as well, okay? Because these videos, if you want to access them, you can also access them on YouTube. You can check them there, okay? They are also there. We will post them so that you access them anytime, okay? Now 0.57, you press your calculator. What we have, you get 1,995, all right? That is 1,995. So if we round off this, 1,995, right? You will round off and have to the nearest rand. Let's start by writing it down like it is. We have 1,995 rand. But now the money we have, it can only be up to 2 decimal places, right? So you cannot have that kind of money. So you round off. Then when you round off, it will round off here at the one will add there, and that one will also affect there. So you end up with a 2 rand. Okay, so that is the cost for that call. I hope you see it. Then let's conclude with the last one. Okay, I'm very slow, I know. I'm very slow, I know, but I'm slow because I want to make sure I've done justice right. Now number four, the fourth one. Karabo calls his friend 5 p.m. on Saturday. Now the important point is that it is on a Saturday, right? They chat for 10 minutes. Now you also underline 10 minutes there, because you'll need that information. You underline the keyword. Now if his friend lives 5 kilometers away, calculate how much the call will cost Karabo. Okay, now that is the same thing. The first thing you have to identify with the landline tariff is that whether it's a local or long distance, call more or standard. So now the point there is on a Saturday. So Saturday they are falling under call more times, right? Because it's a call more time there on Saturday. So what we have to do, we have to calculate the cost. The cost always is a use times tariff. You don't have to write this formula of mine, please. You don't have to. But I like to writing it, by the way. It's useless. It's useless. It's not useful anyhow. But I like to write it, okay? So now the friend there is it's on a Saturday. So what is it? Saturday, it's a call more time. Now what is that distance? The distance there, remember, you don't use it anywhere, but you underline that distance. So what call is that? Now it's between 0 to 50 kilometers. So that means it's a local and what? Local and call more. So this is call more. Okay, so what we do, the same thing. You have to convert the minutes, because the tariff there is in rand per second. If your tariff was in rands per minute, there was not going to be any use to convert there. Okay, so now you have to convert that there. You have 1 minute is equal to how many seconds? 60 seconds. This one, you know. And then now what you want to convert, you write it here. You want to convert what? 10 minutes into what? Into second. What you want to convert to is always your numerator. Where you from is in your denominator. That's what I write first. Then you look at the coefficient of your numbers. And the coefficient of there is 60. The coefficient of the minute there is 1. So this is the same as 10 times 60, okay? Then you use your calculator. You use even in simple stuff so that you don't get messed up there. I'm using it because I know I am using it for you so that you know you have to use that. Don't lose marks. Don't think you know it. Then you have 600 already. You have 600 minutes, okay? You have 600 seconds because the minute will cancel there and you remain with seconds, okay? Now you then go further and calculate your cost. Your cost, what you have used, because I said use times tariff, what you have used there, you have used 600 seconds, okay? What is the tariff there of a local and call more time, okay? You go again. Local, the call we said is local. You go local, call more, that's where they meet. Where do they meet? They meet there. And then you have that tariff. The tariff there is what? A 0.00344 rands per, sorry, 0.04 rands per second, okay? So that this second can cancel that. That's why you have to convert your 10 minutes, right? Because if in case you had minutes here, 10 minutes here without conversion, you see, you will have a minute there and a second. So you could not simplify one another. So that's why we had to convert so that this second will simplify with those seconds and you remain with the rands, okay? Plus the basic fee there. Don't forget to add it. Plus 0.57. Then you use your calculator that I said you must buy if you don't have one, okay? So you have 600 times 0. What is the tariff there? The tariff is 0.00344, 00344, okay, plus 0.57, okay. So what we get, press ST there, let's see, 0.0344. Okay, so the answer we get, you get 2,634. 2,634 rands, okay? That is your cost. So that's all you have for this video. So now, thank you for watching. I hope you had a wonderful session. In case you have any questions, any quandaries, please make sure you help us by helping you, okay? We help you to help yourself, all right, always. So stay safe, stay home, and study online, all right? See you in the next video. We'll be doing more and more problems on mathematical literacy.
Well guys, I hope you're enjoying our content as we try to help you help yourself, because we can help you if you can't help yourself. So it is very important that if you have any questions, you can put them in the comment section. And it's also important that you share with us the way you feel so that we know how you feel about videos, and if we need to fix somewhere, we can go fix that particular thing, because we are humans, we all make mistakes. So here I'm standing in front of you to convey a very important message, guys. My message today says, please guys, stay indoors, protect yourself from this coronavirus, wash your hands regularly. So it's very important to stay safe and study online.